What is up, everyone? It's DV and welcome back to Roblox Islands. So the update came out yesterday, right? And yeah, there was a big wipe. So I did promise I was going to do an animal update video as well. Let me tell you, that is coming. I'm working on it. I'm almost done with it. I think what I was going to do is I was actually going to push that out tomorrow if I could. In this video though, I'm actually going to show you how to level up all your different branches here the fastest. I'm going to show you the fastest ways to level all of these up and give you some tips on what also you should be focusing on, because I know there's a lot in here and you just may not know, like, hey, what should I focus on? I've got all these different skill levels and skill trees. What should you really be focusing on the most, and what's going to be most useful for you long term into the game, especially with having to grind back up with your coins. You can see I'm at 300,000 coins right now. I was actually going to go and grind, on coins, but I decided not to grind coins yesterday. I was actually just focusing on all my levels. So you can see here, I'm actually already at level 45 on combat, light melee, and it's pretty crazy how fast this stuff goes, especially, when you have the 4x bonus here. Actually, I'm maxed out on farming right now for my daily bonus, but I'm pretty much also well past the maximum here of unlocks. So let's go through the top 4 skill levels you're going to need to focus on in this game. First up, you do need farming. So farming is actually going to give you all this crops and all these unlocks, and you're going to need a lot of these to be able to do some crafting. So you need the cactus seeds to be able to make cactus spikes, and then you've got all these things. You can't make auto farms without these totems, and you need onion seeds, and you need all this kind of stuff. I mean, the spinach seeds you can actually use for cows and stuff. So you're going to need all of these. So definitely farming is going to be an important one. The next important one, you can skip woodcutting, because woodcutting is just wood. I mean, you can pretty much buy wood, but you don't really need to focus on leveling this up, because as long as you actually have the plain oak saplings, you're in pretty good shape, because you don't need to unlock oak saplings. Those kind of come free. So the nice thing though is if you upgraded this, then you're going to actually be able to make more damage to trees, but I'm going to show you how to get this pretty quickly anyway. And then the next one, so number 2 you need to focus on is mining, because without this you can't get crystallized iron very well, because you're not going to be able to craft some of these. Now if you are an established player and you already have a gilded steel pickaxe, then you can pretty much skip this for a while, but you won't be able to buy more totems, so that could be problematic for you if you need these totems. And then the next one is not going to be economy. You would probably think the next one would be economy, but this is only if you're going to sell to others from your island, so we don't really need the economy. What we need next is going to be forging down here. So forging you're actually going to need, because you need all of these industrial items unlocked, right? So I'm still working on my industrial chest, but I'm not planning on crafting because it's just a crafting recipe. And you can also, I believe you can also buy them from vending as well, so no big deal there. But you do need these for being able to craft certain things, so definitely work on forging. That's very important. And then the last one and the most important one is going to be this one right here with combat, right? So combat's going to be incredibly important. So we have base stats, we've got all this stuff here, super important, because you can't actually access any of these islands without, right? You can't access any of these islands without having these unlocked. So you're going to need to really focus on combat. I would say that's one of the most important ones for you for sure. So now that you actually know which ones to grind for, I'm actually still going to go through every single one of these, okay? So we're not going to actually limit it to just those 4. I'm actually going to show you how to level up every single one of those. So the number 1 way you're going to actually level up the farming is going to be actually through manual farming. So the other day I actually did this video. So the most useful way to do this, unless you have starfruit. So if you have starfruit, then this is, starfruit's going to give you a ton of XP. But the most useful way that most people are going to be able to do this is stuff you can actually buy a lot of seeds of. And you could buy a lot of seeds of onions, pretty much from the merchant, assuming you actually have it. So if you don't have it, you can do this with wheat at first. And then once you're leveled up enough, then, continue to progress until you can actually afford to buy onions. So onion seeds do unlock at level 31, and it doesn't take that long to get to it. But either way, so you can pretty much come through here and see how I'm just holding down F here, and you're going to actually get so much XP. Look at my XP on the right. I'm going to be in the thousands in no time here. So I'm, already at 800, 900, 1,000. And then I'm going to turn the corner, and then we're going to keep going, and we're going to get to 1,500 in no time, and then we're going to get to 2,000. This is not even with the daily bonus. So check this out. This is without the daily bonus. I've already used up my daily bonus. So consider I would actually be 5,000 XP right there. So I would have leveled up so many times just now. If I just started out, I'd be leveled up so many times. So that's something to consider. Is this is probably going to be the best way for you to honestly make a bunch of XP quickly. So just manually harvesting is going to be way better than ever doing any autos. Now with the auto farms, you can actually make XP as well, as long as it's picking up. Now you won't see it, right? So you're not going to see the notification that you get XP at all. If you're far away from the farms, you're not going to see the XP, but if you're close to them, you'll actually see the XP. So if, same thing for forging. So you actually do earn XP as well from auto farms. I would not recommend that as your primary way to get XP. You can do that, but for your initial leveling, what I would do is I would just go through like this, like I said, and get, leveled up as fast as you can, because you're going to need those levels to be able to unlock, different different seeds and different totems and stuff. And this is honestly going to be the fastest way to do that, is just by manual pickups. Passively getting an auto farm going will also earn you XP. So like you actually don't get as much XP from the auto farms as you would from actively grinding them by far. I think you get like half the XP from these auto farms, but you know, if you think about it, the timing of these are way slower than this thing. So, you know, grinding these is going to be faster than having, you know, 80 totems. So every single one of these onions would require a totem right this second to actually farm as fast as I'm doing right now. Now, of course, I do need to replant the seeds, but I'm also getting more seeds at the same time that I can replant. So that's super, super valuable. So consider, you know, making a farm like that and just do some lanes like I just did, and just hold down F, and you're going to get so much XP that way. But just to show you that you're actually also earning XP still through farming, we can go and show this right here. I'm going to put the mouse cursor right here, and I'm going to zoom in so you can see this is going to actually move up every couple seconds or so. So it actually is earning XP. It's just it's earning it a lot slower now because I'm so high level now. But you know, you can see it's ticking up. It's about to pass my cursor, and once it does, you're going to see it. And I'm not doing any farming right now. It's just the auto farm just keeps going, and it's like every like couple seconds or so you'll see it kind of tick up and tick up and tick up. And so much more noticeable with like forging. Forging is doing the same thing. So this is about to pass my cursor. You can see it's gone past a little bit. It's just super slow because I'm so high level. The other thing is, you know, forging is also going up. The more auto farms you have for forging, the better. So woodcutting, the best way to do woodcutting is by using these blocks underneath the tree, and then the specific tree you're going to want to do is maple once you unlock it. So you're going to start out with these, right? So you're going to start out with these trees and just put them on a block. So like if I were to cut this, it's going to take multiple strikes, and it's actually harder. The lower level you are, the harder it is. So it used to require so many more hits, right? So like if I go over to like, say if I go over to pine real quick, watch how many times I have to hit pine. So check this out. So I have to hit 1, 2, look how much hits, look how many hits I have to do pine. Now, if I actually said, you know what, I'm not going to hit the tree itself, I'm just going to take out the block with 1 hit. That's how you do it. That's how you're going to actually get so much more XP. Now, the king of all this, you know, I haven't tested out hickory yet. I just haven't tested out hickory yet because I don't think I've unlocked it yet. What is hickory? Hickory requires, yeah, it requires level 24. So I'm almost there. But right now I actually have maple. So check out how much maple gives me. It just gave me 57 XP. So compare that to all of these. So that's 57, right? So now let's compare it to birch here. Birch is going to give me 21. Regular sapling, I think, is like super, super low. So that's only 6. And pine is only 12. So again, maple, look at maple again, 57. Look at that, 57 XP. So you're going to want to focus on maple for a while until you can get to hickory. And I think hickory is going to be even more. So if you're trying to grind XP for wood, definitely go the maple approach. As soon as you get to maple, just plant a bunch of maple trees down. And I know they do cost, I think it was like 1,000 a piece or something like that. They're not cheap. They're not cheap, but they're going to be a ton of XP, especially with your daily bonus. You're going to be getting so much XP with your daily bonus being it's like 200 XP because it's times 4. And so that is the way you're going to grind wood very quickly. I mean, I leveled up so fast within like a couple minutes. And then with mining, you could do a couple different things. So mining, you can actually use this if you want. Check this out. So I can pretty much sit here, right? And I can take out 3 nodes at once. Look how much XP I'm getting. I've got the daily bonus right now. Look at that XP, 300 XP right there. So, and I just leveled up. So how to build this is very, very simple. So you can see right here, we got a row of totems, right? And it is 5 wide. And the outer row of totems are just here to spawn iron here. So there's 2 blocks in between. So this requires a full 9 blocks, right? This right here is the size of your ore, but it's only going to spawn in the center block. So you don't need all these blocks. That's why it looks like that. You just need this block right here. And then you could do another 9 and another 9, right? So it's 9, 9, and 9. And then the middle block is all that you're having here. And, you know, doing that will actually just guarantee that you're only, you know, spawning these nodes. These ore deposits are going to spawn exactly on these blocks. And that way you can pretty much sit here. And then when it stops, you're going to have to do it again. Now, what you could do is macro it. The best thing to do is macro this. So this is a great way to gain XP fast. And plus, you're going to get crystallized iron at times. I don't know if I've gotten any. Yeah, so I've gotten a couple crystallized iron from this farm in particular. And so I'm going to actually show you the second best way to gain XP currently. And that is going to be through farming gold. Gold gives you so much XP. Let me show you. So the downside is you are going to need to level up your combat skills before you can get to gold, and it does take a while. So you're gonna have to, you know, kill all these for a while, and then you know, so that you can unlock the next island. So you do need Buffalo Core Island unlocked in order to be able to farm gold, and so that's the only downside to this. The other great thing is you actually have electrite over here. So check this out. So this is electrite. So I just got 120 now. This is with a 4 times daily bonus, right? 4 times daily bonus is so good. So hopefully you can, you know, really take advantage of those daily bonuses whenever you can. But check this out. With the daily bonus, check out how much gold is gonna give me. Watch this. 144 XP. And in fact, my bonus just filled up. So that's without the bonus. That number just now, the 100 and something, 144, I think it was. So this is electrite, right? So we get 30, 60. We got 60 from that. Watch the gold. Watch gold. 144 XP without the bonus, without the 4 times bonus. Otherwise, it's usually like 500 XP. It's absolutely bonkers. So you really need to focus on gold whenever you're trying to level up your mining, because all you need to do is just run around in circles. Now, if you can unlock Wizard Island, even better, because there's so much more gold on Wizard Island. You get a lot more gold stacks here. You just have to farm a little bit of these iron stacks first, which is not a big deal because you're still getting, you know, XP while you're doing it. And then gold will start spawning in here. There should be a gold stack somewhere around here. Yeah, there's one over there. There's one over there as well. So there's a couple already spawned here, but you get so many more blocks here. And so, you know, I highly recommend farming gold for your mining XP because you're going to level it up fast. See, I'm already level 26. And mining's important again because you need those totems. And the other great thing about upgrading mining is one thing that if you miss this, look at the base stats. I don't really talk about the base stats much, but look at this. I get +5 damage for my mining. So at some point, as I level this up and continue to level it up, it's going to be easier and easier for me to, you know, take out blocks, right? So I'm going to cause more and more damage over time to these blocks. And that is huge. So next up, we should talk about the economy. So let's go back here. I'm going to go and reset, and then we're going to go back through the portal, and we're going to talk about the economy. I just need to grab some onions real quick so that we can have something to sell. So the economy is actually really easy. You know, the only thing you need to do is really just get a bunch of crops. So you do want to actually have high paying items if you can. So starfruit's going to be king for economy XP because starfruit's worth more than onions, but we're going to go and use onions because I have a lot of them and I don't have any starfruit farms in here yet. I don't know why I haven't set them up yet, but I should actually set up my starfruit farm because I have like 200 plus seeds, I think. Let me see. So no, yeah, I've got 200 seeds and I've got some starfruit to sell too. So let's go sell that as well. But what you're going to do for economy XP is you're going to come out here to the hub and you're going to go sell to the crops here. So you're going to sell your crops. You're going to go here and we're going to go and sell all the starfruit because we don't need it. Wow, that's a lot of starfruit. I'm up to 400,000 and then we're going to sell all this. 5,500 economy XP and I just leveled up to 42. That was fast. So I just hopped, I think I feel like I hopped like 10 levels just now. I'm not positive, but I'm super close. So that is the best way to do that. You can also sell to the baker. So if you have food, I don't think I have any food that I can sell to the baker yet. I'm waiting for the carrot cake to come so I can actually sell to him. And then you can also make economy XP from selling to this guy as well. So, you know, go around and collect these types of things. So if you're killing slimes, also sell your slime balls. You get economy XP from that as well. So you can see I'm getting a ton right there. Same for the scorp tails. If you got any iron scorp tails, you know, you can sell those to the adventurer as well. And then same for the mechanic and then same for Talia. So if you've been doing milk, you can go to Talia and sell your milk as well. So you can come here and sell all that milk, right? So you can go here and you're going to get economy XP from this as well. So that's how you're going to build up your economy XP pretty quickly. Again, starfruit is going to be the best way. You can see I leveled up a ton just now from selling my starfruit. And then the next is animal husbandry. So the main way you're going to do this is you're actually going to be feeding your cows over and over. So there is an auto AFK method for this that I can recommend using macros. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get your wheat out, right? So take your wheat and you'll notice the cows just kind of like start begging you. They start like going, yeah, please. So what you can do as long as you have a lot of wheat, so you need at least 100 plus, you can macro this. And so all you need to do is you use tiny task or pullover, ideally tiny task, and you basically just record yourself clicking F on both of these over and over. So you do that, right? You're feeding them. And so by doing that, you're getting a ton of husbandry XP. You're going to level up fast. The other thing you can do is you can sit here, and the other thing you can do is you can sit here and just focus on one. If you don't have 2 cows yet, just focus on the one and just keep spamming the F key like this and just auto that all night. So that works really well, right? But the best way to do it actively is honestly to shift between things. So what I do is I take the bucket here and I take the wheat. And so I pretty much go between these. And then I also get the bucket. And so, you know, we go here and we just make sure we get the bucket and then we go back to wheat and we just keep alternating between those, right? And then you're going to level this up really fast. I'm already at level 26. I'm on my way. Now there were some people that were exploiting this after the update and they were getting a ton of XP. And then the devs had to patch that. But so there's some people that are already maxed out like crazy on this. Some people already have like the machines and stuff. So I'm a little behind the curve there, but I've been grinding this for a while and it does take a while. I've even auto AFK'd for a few hours until I ran out of wheat here. A couple other ways you can earn animal husbandry XP is through the net and through honeycomb. So check this out. So if I just kind of collect my beehive, I'm actually going to get a ton of animal husbandry XP from that. I got 120 just now. And I'm going to do the same thing for my other beehive over here. And it gives you twice as much as feeding your cows. So it does give you a lot more. So you see it's going up. And that's during my bonus. And you can catch fireflies and that will give you some XP as well. And then of course you can feed this guy down here. Plenty of ways you can actually earn a lot of XP with animals. So next next up is forging. So forging is actually really easy. So again, you are going to need to start out with a campfire if you haven't already. But the best way I would actually recommend forging is just to set up a bunch of autos. If you can see down here, I'm constantly earning XP from my forges. So anytime it finishes whatever it's doing in here, I get XP. So you see, I just got XP from that one. So I'm getting XP as it smelts. You know, I make even more over here. So the more smelters you got going on, the better. So you definitely want to use smelters whenever possible. And it's just like the most OP way of earning forging XP, because you don't have to like do anything. You just let it keep running, and you're only going to get notified about it when you're close to it. So you do need to actually be pretty close to the smelter for it to actually like show you the animation. So next up we have fishing. Fish is pretty much self-explanatory. There's nothing really special about this one. There's only one task, right? There's only one way to fish. It's just going to depend on how good you are at fishing, really. It's really about, if you just need some tips on how to fish more accurately, you don't want to like hold down too long. About halfway is pretty good, and just, you know, aim at the target just a little bit before the target. Click it when it starts bubbling, right? So like we got one all the way over there. So you're not going to go all the way. You're going to do almost like just about 3/4 of the way of wherever you're trying to shoot, and wait for the like, once it starts wiggling, then you're pretty much in good shape. Now, if you're really far away, don't expect the fish to start coming to your bobble or bobber. You're pretty much going to have to wait until you get really close to it. And so you try again. So if your bobble's too far, your fish is not going to see it, and it's going to take forever. And for something like that, you only need a little bit. So about like that, and it's going to find it right away. So again, just kind of aim towards it and just a little bit near it. I'm pretty accurate on it for the most part. Just practice fishing. After a while, it's going to be like second nature for you. But you get a lot of XP fast, and it's really easy to level up quickly inside with fishing. And then the next one we have is going to be cooking. So cooking is actually really, really easy as well. So I've got a cooking table here. All you got to do here, honestly, so go find your wheat. I don't know if I have any still up. And then just come in here. So you're just going to sit here and just go up to 10. And you're going to gain so much XP from this. You can also do this. So like if you have extra materials, you can do this, and it's going to give you some good XP. It gave me 61 just then. And then if I just do one of these, it's going to give me a lot less, right? So it's giving me 30 for dough. But that's actually really good. So we're going to just max this out, and we're going to do this 10 times. You're going to see how fast we level. So you don't actually need a food processor at all. So I just leveled up twice. So now I'm level 15. So it is fast. It is fast going when you're leveling up, you know, a little bit lower level. Up until like 15, it starts slowing down after about 15 levels. And wheat is one of the easiest things ever to get. Now you can set up a food processor if you really want to. You can basically set up some totems with the wheat and just have it drop into your food processor, and that'd be a good way to do it too. But I would actually just go and sit there and auto click on the actual cooking table, because you really don't need a food processor for this. You just need a cooking table. So, you know, in this case, what I'd probably do is I'd just make a giant wheat farm, and you can use wheat for also feeding your cows. So now there's a good reason for you to actually have a wheat farm. The other thing you have to remember is every single time you're actually leveling up these skills, whether you want them or not, whether you care about animal husbandry or anything like that or not, look at the base stats again of these things. So, you know, with farming, you're getting, you know, 129% crop yield. That's huge. I do want to explain two things, because it is a little bit confusing. I know a lot of people get confused by this, but there's two different weapon types. There's light melee and heavy melee. So we're going to actually cover combat and the weapon types all in one, except for archery. I think archery and magic I'll cover in a little bit. But you see all of the combats are red, right? So everything's kind of related to each other. And this one right here, this is all combat, is red. Light melee and heavy melee are actually going to increase your damage for those categories. So if you have a higher level on light melee, pretty much all your swords are going to increase in damage. So all my swords right now, they're OP. So like my spike, my cactus spike is doing crazy XP right now. And then what happens here is at level 12 light melee, you unlock your first heavy weapon, right? So you unlock your first heavy weapon, which is the iron war axe. And so in order to be able to level up your heavy melee, you do need to have at least that axe. Or if you have a gilded steel hammer already, then you could just use that. You know, that's why we care about, you know, leveling these up, and you get them automatically based on whatever weapon you have equipped. And then, you know, same goes for archery. So archery is still, you know, category of combat still. So the more you kill with your bows, the more likely you're going to level these up. And then of course, the more you use spell books, the more you level this up. This is huge. This is 6.5 damage stacked on top of my current title, and you know, or my current spell book. So imagine your title spell book actually doing plus 30 damage on top of its current damage. It's huge. That's super cool too. So you can actually do a lot more damage to everything with your spell books. The one thing I have noticed is that the spell books are kind of laggy and bugged right now, so I wouldn't actually recommend using them too much. I think the game team's gonna, you know, optimize those a little bit more, because I get like these stuck fireballs everywhere. But you're gonna want to go into here at first, and you're gonna grind the slime. But where I found the most success is gonna be with buffalo core, because buffalo core is the easiest one to kill, and you get the most XP off of for the effort. Now I know that Wizard Island is a little bit bugged at times because the wizard lizard starts getting bugged out, and I think the game team is gonna be patching that hopefully today. But check this out. So I've got, you know, really high level cactus spike right now, and so I'm going to show you how much damage I currently do with the buffalo core. So I'm at 84 damage right now. That's my base, and then my max is at 104 damage right now. So that is crazy, right? That is crazy. This isn't even my Rage Blade. Yeah, look at that. And then with the 4 times daily bonus, it's huge. But look at that. I'm hitting this thing for 104. It's gonna be so much easier for me to grind for, you know, Buffalo Core crystals, because I could just kill these so much faster with my spike than before. I would not recommend heavy weapons just because we have a lot of great light weapons. But you can see I'm gonna actually get some heavy weapon melee XP. Now, if you want to actually AFK this, I would highly recommend the Rage Blade. So you can see I just leveled up my heavy weapon melee level, and I'm gonna actually switch over to my Rage Blade because the Rage Blade is king for AFK. Oof, I'm dying. Rage Blade. So I'm gonna show you the Rage Blade. So you can pretty much sit here with an auto clicker, and if you sit here with an auto clicker, then you're pretty much going to be able to just walk away and do whatever you want. So you can sit about right here and aim like right here, and this guy will stay in that corner for a while. And if you come back and you see the Buffalo Core stuck for any reason, just do a little jump and that'll unlock them. For some reason, they kind of bug out every now and then. They see he can't really get near me. This knockback is so big, and I'm doing so much damage now. I do like almost 60 damage every single hit with this weapon. It's so overpowered. I love it. So this is the best way to get XP for your weapons, is just kill Buffalo Core. Of course, you're forced to kill the slimes at first, but just focus on Buffalo Core. And plus, you're gonna get a chance for Buffalo Core crystals, which is worth a lot. And then you're gonna get gold at the same time. It's just worth killing these. These are the best ones to kill. So that is how you're gonna gain XP for combat the fastest. Archery and Magic, again, you're just gonna, you can use a vamp bow. Vamp bows are probably gonna still be pretty cheap. So the downside of this is you're gonna need arrows. I would say don't even bother with archery unless you really want to. But you can pretty much come up here and just spam click them over and over and over, and you'll just shoot them. You'll do less damage each shot, but you're gonna actually get XP faster. Next up, we've got magic, of course. So that is obviously the easiest. I think titles there's still a lot of titles out there, so you're gonna have no problem here. But again, it's kind of laggy, so you might run into a situation where the fireball starts bugging out and stuff. So if that's the case, you might just need to kind of reset the server or something. You see how it's stuck? Like I can't shoot anymore. It's just a lag. So you just give it a couple seconds and it'll continue back up. So you just killed it. So I think it's just I think the death is actually lagged. I think we actually got him, but like the bolts are stuck out there. So I don't know why it does that. I've had it happen a lot. The nice thing about title is that you can actually, see, I just kind of killed one, I think. See, it's lagged. Watch, I'm not shooting it, and it's gonna die. It's like lagged. There we go. See how it just disappeared? So anyway, I hope that helps a little bit on your XP grinding. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, if you could do me a huge favor and click on the playlist at the end of the screen on the right and watch a couple of videos that actually help my channel quite a bit. So we're on the road to 200,000 subs, and so that's the way you're gonna be able to help me the best, is by watching more videos. And next up, I will be working on the animal update video. So I'm working on that right after this. So thanks again, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.